Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Radio and beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond. What? Beltway Radio. And beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Say Beltway Radio, and beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond. Radio, and beyond. beyond, beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Radio and beyond, 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 beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond. Say Beltway Radio and beyond, beyond, beyond. What? Beltway Radio, and beyond, beyond.
You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation.
Go on and go on and go on and go on and
little late?
A minute.
Be a little late.
I'm a minute late.
You a minute late?
Yes.
All right, it's a little late. But what you know what the fuck time it is? It's Monday morning.
What up, though?
What up, though?
How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm chilling, man. I had a nice, relaxing weekend, quiet. I didn't do shit. Nigga, I stayed around I stayed in the crib. I was just like, you know what? I've been on a go. I'm just gonna, there we go. We got action. We got action.
I'm looking like.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I decided to stay around the crib and just chill, watch TV, be lazy, stuff my face, and do absolutely fucking nothing. And it felt great. You gotta do that from time to time.
Did you get caught up by the spring forward monster? I did.
I did. It fucked me up though. All this shit.
Okay, first of all, I had to work yesterday morning, so didn't catch me then.
All right.
I'm up. I'm cool, right?
Yeah.
It caught me this morning because I had been up all that time, and actually I got in the house late Saturday night, so I didn't really get the sleep I was supposed to get, and my body is on that clock. So this morning they called me. It's 6:03. Like, you here? No!
I'm trying to tell you something.
I didn't go to bed. Sorry, I didn't go to bed until 2:00 this morning. I could not sleep.
So it's fucking everybody up this time shit. We just need to pick a time and stick to that shit. Because like, I woke up mad early this morning. My body is all fucked up from it. I going to sleep I'm sitting there like, damn, nigga, it screwing everybody up. We just need to do away with that shit and be done with it and just call it a fucking day.
So we should keep it like this though. Right, where the days are longer.
I'm just saying, you might as well. What's the difference?
Or the other way, where
Nah.
You go back.
You get an extra hour.
Yeah, which
so you
is
go back an hour.
Underworld shit. Underworld every year. It's y'all shit.
So what you trying to say?
We in there 17 hours.
So what the fuck you saying? We giving y'all nigga an extra hour to party.
Oh my God.
You getting an extra hour to party.
Listen,
nobody else is doing it like that, Slim.
This lets me know that I'm not a New Yorker, and I could never.
Why not?
Because I don't got it. Like
this is an hour.
It ain't even age, bro.
It's an hour, Kiki. 60 minutes.
Magic. Shout out to Magic.
Shout out Magic.
Who is my emotional support
dummy.
He's my emotional support dummy. Shout out to Madge. Madge show people how to do it. Madge go day in, day out, day in, day out. He nap a little bit and eat one sandwich and then is on his bike to go to another event during y'all event and then come back and it's still party with you for 17 hours plus the extra hour.
Yes.
And ride the shuttle home with us.
Yes.
And get the next morning and go to church, go to Bible study, drop a package off, go see
and what's
somebody
your point?
in the next borough and then see us off.
And what's your point?
I couldn't do it.
What do you mean you couldn't do it? It's just an hour. It's just an hour.
I mean,
it's an hour. It's an hour.
That same hours will fuck you up. Remember this.
It did, though. It fucked me up a little bit because I was young, nigga. But when it comes to that weekend there, you don't think about that.
I think about it, bro.
You know what I mean?
Like every year, because you know what? I'm happy for y'all because prior to me having my schedule switch, I normally was on when the time went back.
Okay.
I was at work normally. So thankful to y'all and the fact that I started taking off on that weekend, I didn't have to sit in there and endure that grueling motherfucking 14 hours.
So here's my thing,
grueling.
right?
Yes.
Here's my thing.
Yes.
For everybody that went to a party this weekend, I think LUR had a party this weekend.
They did.
I think Headhunters down in North Carolina had a party this weekend. Y'all robbed everybody because niggas got an hour. They got an hour stolen from them. Yeah. So niggas is really at the party, and next thing you know, it's nigga. Thumbs up, get out. I need a refund to sell.
You gotta go home.
You gotta get the fuck up out of here. Yeah. All right. So it's Monday morning.
And
White man's name today is Blanco.
Finally, you made it to the Spanish people too.
You made it to the Spanish side? Espanol. Okay.
I think March is like, that's Irish.
It's Irish. It's Irish month for March.
Don't worry.
Next weekend is St. Patrick's Day. It's Friday. Is it Friday? Friday is St. Patrick's Day?
St. Patrick's Day.
It's Friday.
Waiting for Block. Boom.
Block is. I'm gonna be there. I'm in the building. So Block coming this weekend.
Y'all better have some corned beef in that.
Some
cabbage.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for that right now. All right.
Speaking of Block, they bike night is tonight.
Their bike night is tonight?
Yep.
Leading into their shit. You need to go out there and support them. You know what I mean?
Lord, Red Crab, 8 to, I think, 5 to, I don't know. Holla at them about
the time.
I don't get there till after 8, so.
I'm gonna try to get there.
Listen, I'm positive about today.
You know what? I'm gonna try to get there because this week, I know up in Stafford they have The kids are on spring break. So leaving out of Virginia this morning, there was no traffic in Virginia. Like none. And I was like, what?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'll be sitting in here like, why you so bright-eyed and bushy teeth?
Nigga.
Because I'm normally the one that's bright.
Nah, nigga, I'm bright-eyed and bushy tail.
And I love it.
Baby, because I got some rest this weekend. I ain't do shit. I feel great.
I got out of bed to go back to bed. After I worked on Sunday.
You got out of bed to go back to bed.
I went to bed probably about 1 o'clock. And then I looked up. I was like, oh, I'm going to set my alarm so I can cook. And I cooked me a little something. And then I woke up at 7 and turned back over. And then was up all night.
Really?
I slept from like 7 to 9:30. And I was up all night.
Nigga, I got to take my ritual because I got to get up in the middle of the night to piss. That's just ritual.
Do you?
I got to get up in the middle of the night to piss. It doesn't matter what the fuck I do. I've tried not drinking shit from like 7 o'clock, right? In the evening. And it don't work. It don't fucking work. You know what I mean? It don't work because I got to get up and I got to pee. So when I get up, take my leak, and then, when I lay back down, sometimes it all depends. Sometimes I can doze right back off, and sometimes it's like...
See, you one of the patients that I got to sit by your room.
Why you got to sit by my room for?
Because you might get up and your gait might be unsteady. You might mess around and fall. So you the person
nigga, I got to pee.
And I got to go in there like...
Nigga, I got to pee, nigga. What the fuck? If you want me to get up, put a catheter in. Put a catheter in, and then I ain't got to worry about it.
The catheter is for you.
Huh? Hey, well then, nigga. Hell yeah. All right.
No.
So what's up with this update about the XFL with these DC defenders?
I liked it.
You liked it?
And you heard it here first.
Oh shit!
I got a DC team, y'all. DC team finally. I am officially a DC Defenders fan.
Yo,
really, nigga?
Really?
I'm
about it. That shit is so nice. Like everything about this dope. The cheaps are super cheap. The tickets are super cheap, like $24 for the tickets. Like it's in the DC soccer stadium. Like I can see it gaining ground. I can see it. I can see it getting big.
Well, they're gonna rather support them than the fucking Commanders. I did it.
So I looked up some stuff, right? So to try to find out who rivalries were, right? I'm trying to get.
Do they have rivalries yet?
Yeah, no.
Do they have? They don't have rivalries yet.
But I realized that. Correct me if I'm wrong. Statistical Blanco.
Okay.
It's 8 teams, right? It's 6 or 8.
Okay.
There's 8 teams.
There's 8 teams. Now, it's only North and South Division, right?
Yep.
And DC, Vegas,
St. Louis,
San
Antonio.
And San Antonio is in the North.
Okay.
No.
That's South?
That's South. Here's the North Division is St. Louis, Vegas, DC, and where do they go? The others. Seattle. The South Division is pretty much all the Texas teams: Arlington, Houston, Orlando, and San Antonio.
Oh. Okay. Well, correct me. I always say correct me. I'm trying to get into it. I found out how they get paid. I found out who the owner is. I found out. Yeah, it's only 2, and The Rock. The Rock. Dwayne, The Rock.
Dwayne?
The Rock and his ex-wife.
Your first name basis today.
Ex-wife are the owners. And I found out who the highest paid player is.
Who?
He used to be the backup football player for
I don't know. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
200,000. He's the highest paid.
Okay.
My little notes is kind of sketchy, so I kind of looked it up. But he used to be a backup for. And DiNucci is there. Ben DiNucci.
Oh, really?
My old.
Okay. I mean, it's a chance for them to show off their skills and try to make it to the grand stage. Batman, I saw what you said.
Is.
Yes, it's 50, and I got that appointment set up. I always get that shit done every year. Every year I go in there and get the prostate check with the fucking doctor. You know what I mean? That shit is mandatory. Because now they don't do it the old school way. We know the old school way, violation way. The new school way is they do it through your blood.
You should go with no problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that shit done. You know what I mean? That's scheduled for next month. April. Always, April. All right.
Corey, I'm gonna holler at you about those tickets, sir.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Corey said, I don't know if you should mention it, but he wrote it. Get a hookup for the suite tickets for the last home game.
All right. Well, what's up, bro? Because I'm trying to be in the suite and be like, yeah, what's happening, Captain? You know what I mean? I would definitely be down with that. You know what I mean?
I would love for us all to go to a game. Like
that would be insane.
DC,
That
that's
would
some
be
of the
insane. That
wildest
would be.
fans ever. That fucking Snake Cup.
Yeah.
That's dope. They got mad at them last time, and the security guard took it, but this time they was like, "Fuck
I think it'd be a dope time. I think we were all of us together would be kind of fucking fun. Don't get me thrown out. All right, so it's only 45 days till the NFL draft.
Yes.
Kiki is on that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, what is her team gonna draft? I don't know. You know what I mean? I've been watching my team and we've been making some very decent off-season moves.
I've been watching y'all shit.
You know what I mean? A little something. I'm a little intrigued to see what the Commanders do next year, providing Dan sells the fucking team. So they was at the XFL game, and the defenders was chanting, they had a chant for Dan.
For here, like, how are you?
How are you at some shit
that he don't even own? You niggas is mad.
You niggas, but you know what it is? I'm willing to bet you it's old Redskin Commander fans. It's just not fucking with that. Yo, they went over there to a team that's winning. Dan, you could learn a thing or two, bruh.
Well, I'm trying to find people who have direct and straight to the point picks, and I think Derek Carr.
Okay, what about Derek Carr?
He got signed with the Saints
for 4 years. Okay,
Saint.
He's a Saint.
What you think about that move?
Does he have anybody to throw the ball to over there in New Orleans? Exactly. Does he have anybody to throw the ball to in New Orleans?
Did you have a problem with Jameis Winston now? Did you have a problem with him?
Really, I didn't have a problem with him. You know what I mean? I really didn't follow New Orleans like that. I just didn't.
Because they wasn't explosive.
No.
Like they didn't. It wasn't.
They have not been an explosive team since what's his name? Drew Brees. Yeah.
So, Blanco, would you rather Jameis Winston or Derek Carr? What do you rather?
I felt the Raiders made a mistake of letting it go.
I think so.
I think it's 50-50 right now. I because Derek Carr is he's a decent quarterback. But I think the people around him, it just depends. And of course the healthy of a lot of the Saints players is always in question. Right now it's up in the air. See what happens.
Okay.
Speaking about in question,
what up?
What the fuck are y'all doing to Lamar Jackson over there in Baltimore?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that shit. Because this is your team. You love that team. Why? Why are they doing this to your boy?
What's going on?
Okay, here you go.
He got to adjust his
Got to get his shit together.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an official statement from the Baltimore Ravens. We're doing what we felt is best for this team. Yes, I'm saying we. Fuck that shit. Eric DeCosta made the right decision to franchise tag him. Everyone knew he was going to be tagged.
Yeah.
The question was which one was going to be.
The
Doing the non-exclusive helps the Ravens find out his value. We're going to match it. If it's too extreme, yes, we'll let him go and we'll pick a new quarterback in the draft. Plain and simple. But let's be honest here. Lamar is not going to get the type of contract that the Cleveland Browns fucked the whole league with Deshaun Watson.
So I agree with that.
The Browns did something that they should never have done and screwed up everybody else from here to eternity because, as you can see, once Lamar was had the non-exclusive tagged on him, the sad part was a lot of the teams that a lot of the experts were saying that they were going to pick him up, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Raiders, they didn't bite, which was kind of surprising to a lot of people, a lot of fan base, because they figure it's like, hey, he's open, let's go get him. No, because for the last several weeks, the owners, and especially when they were recently had their committee meetings about certain things, they were telling pretty much the Ravens were told by some of the other owners, like, dude, don't do this. Don't do this exclusive thing because of the fact that there's no guarantee. And I feel like I'm with the owners and, the Ravens right now because it's like, if I was going to give him a guaranteed contract, I would the highest I would go is maybe 50% because for the 4 years you played, the last 2 you've been injured.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not guaranteeing
50%
you.
is fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So I'm not guaranteeing you 100% guaranteed. That does not make sense.
But how does it make him feel to know that you will put this non-exclusive tag on him? Oh no! Before I ask that, with the non-exclusive tag, if their value for him is lower than what they thought, can they rise above that?
I mean, they can do whatever they want. If they initially, let's say whoever offers him whatever contract, let's say, they just say, here's an offer. Ravens will, if it's lower than what, Lamar thinks, honestly, it's like, okay, dude, you have to decide here what you really want. Because mind you, he doesn't have to sign, not only doesn't have to sign the franchise tag, he doesn't have to sign the offer that whoever other team gives them.
Right.
And then he still will stay then.
He'll stay, but he's just tagged, but he hasn't signed the franchise tag contract yet.
Here's a fun fact.
I don't see.
The Charmery, a local ice cream chain with several shops in Baltimore, has a notable new Jackson-themed flavor called Pay Lamar. The flavor, which has a caramel and peanut butter base with chopped peanuts and chocolate chips, makes it taste like a payday candy bar. It was inspired by Jackson's ongoing contract saga with the. Look at them. Okay. Look at Baltimore. I like Philly.
Yeah, I get it, but everyone has to remind you, as much as I would love to have Lamar here, I'd rather have him play with us than against us.
So I got a question for you. This is a question. You know what I mean? Is it fair to say why they're not paying Lamar because he doesn't have a true agent?
Everyone keeps saying that. Because normally it was like, if you had an agent, the agent will handle the business and he doesn't really need to be in the room. Him being in the room is a good thing because at least he can understand what's going on. He can negotiate better for himself down, from here to eternity. Yeah. Mind you, with an agent, they can give you added incentives. Everyone was saying it's like, well, you really don't see, as much as he's quote unquote the new face of the league, really you don't see him as much. True. He's only been in one commercial, but as you can tell, he's not really that talkative and he's not really, put himself fully out there as much, but he is part of the community. He's a community type of guy. Mm-hmm. So, and there's a lot of NFL players throughout the years who are not a true face of the league, meaning being fully out there and being commercials and TV gigs and stuff. No, you think? See, that's the other thing.
Just like Beowulf said, he was saying, he wrote what I was thinking. The injury wasn't even that serious, though.
That's on him.
It wasn't that serious.
Okay. Again, for those who do not follow what's happening in the castle, you don't know shit. So for you all from any pundit or any non-expert, you don't know what's going on. If Lamar doesn't say anything, if Eric DeCosta doesn't say anything, if John Harbaugh hasn't said anything, if Steve Bisciotti hasn't said anything, you don't know shit. So no one knows what's going on.
I know y'all screwing his ass.
You claim that. See, everyone claims we're screwing him. It's like, look, we're having discussions, and that's it.
You know what? I agree with you when you said about 50% because you made it make sense, right? Yeah. I agree with you, but I feel like if I've been here for you for 4 years and I took you from wherever you were to wherever you are, you got to look me out a little bit.
Okay,
a little bit.
Okay,
maybe not give him the contract that fucking what's his face got.
Yeah, you know that's what everyone's, because that's the thing. That's what all the pundits has been saying. It's like, oh, he deserves what Deshaun Watson got. It's like, here's the thing. Deshaun Watson, he wanted out of Houston.
He didn't deserve that
shit. He didn't deserve it. He never won a playoff game. And let alone, this is like, and he was just pretty much one out of Houston. And then this whole crazy scandal got out of hand. Then you had Cleveland coming out and it's like, oh, we're desperate for a quarterback, even though you already have one.
Yeah.
And you forced him out. So you stupidly overpaid this dude to bring him in. It made no sense. Like I said, the Browns fucked everything up from here to eternity.
And he said, the Beowulf said Washington to give him $160 million for 3 years.
They would do some dumb shit like that. They would, but I don't think Washington wants them. They got other plans. You know what I mean? Speaking of ice creams, I refused to eat this ice cream that you're on the search of.
With all the peanuts? The
No, no,
chocolate-
no, 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 no,
Oh.
no, no, no,
Oh!
no, 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 no. Because Kiki brought up about ice cream. So Kiki reached out to me and was like, hey, check this out. I'm searching for it. I am putting my foot down right now. I ain't eating no ranch-flavored ice cream.
Why
Not happening.
not?
Ranch-flavored ice cream,
You're at
Kiki?
Hidden Valley Ranch. Come on.
If y'all new to the show, in the past, Kiki has found wild shit for us to eat or wild shit for us to drink. You know what I mean? And we've done it on the show. But I gotta draw a line somewhere. And the line is drawn that I ain't eating that shit right and it's sold at Walmart. Who in their right mind wants ranch flavored ice cream?
I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try it.
Why?
Why not?
Why?
We gotta try it.
Why? Which one of y'all simpletons gonna try that shit?
Come on, raise your hand if you're gonna try ranch flavored ice cream.
Nigga,
It's
raise your
still
hand in the
gonna-
comments or something,
It's
man.
still gonna be sweet. It's still gonna be sweet. It's just ranch.
That company has made some very exotic, out of the world ice cream.
Yes.
The last time I was familiar with what they put out there, they made Kraft macaroni and cheese ice cream.
That was last month.
That was like-
Kraft macaroni and cheese day or a month or something. Yeah.
So
Did you have that?
No.
I could never find it.
I wouldn't find it either. I would not find it either. Just let it be hidden. And just like this, I'll let this Hidden Valley Ranch stay hidden too, because
Thank you.
no.
Bama.
I mean,
People are saying, hell no, they're giving you the
only time
vomit
I'll use
face.
this ice cream is unless I put it in for something else, meaning
Like
the
what?
ingredient no, use it as an ingredient for something for a particular dish. I'm not eating it straight.
She's gonna bring it on the show, y'all. I know she is.
I'm gonna bring
She's
it.
gonna bring it. Nigga, why? You know what I mean? Can I dip a chicken wing in the
Yes.
ice cream?
As you wish. Well, stop at McDonald's next door. Get you some French fries.
And dip them in there?
With you, slice
With
of pizza or something.
A little
What you eat
nuggets?
ranch on?
Chicken wings.
That's it?
You know what I mean?
Ranch
I
is
started
the
doing
shit.
ranch with French fries. It's pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah, like what the heck? But that's ranch.
How about
not ice
okay,
cream.
how about this? So because you know everyone has usually a milkshake with fries for some odd reason. So make a Hidden Valley Ranch milkshake
No.
with that ice cream,
No.
and you can get your fries on. There you
Hell
go.
to the hell no. Hell to the, if you do that, you're disgusting. And you will be placed on the top of the fucking mountain, dog. You'll be on the tippity top because somebody on the mountain came up with that idea. I am willing to bet it.
No, that's the black people.
What?
Ranch is nigga stuff. Ranch.
So you
ice
saying a
cream,
nigga
mac and
decided-
cheese? It is nigga stuff.
Mac and cheese, that's nigga shit. That's nigga shit.
The ice
But
cream.
ranch ice cream?
Yes.
What, you gonna have mac and cheese ice cream next?
Tell me, were you not giving all that and had a strong adversity to the bacon ice cream? Everybody did. It's freaking delicious. The bacon donuts, the bacon ice cream, all that. The bacon, the donut hamburger. Listen, it's the premise of a lot of this stuff. You just saying that because you imagine it's gonna be frozen.
So Corey is like, how high you must be to eat that shit? Now, if I'm high as giraffe pussy, oh nigga, I'm gonna fuck that shit up. That shit'd probably be better. It'd be best thing ever.
Moe said, "Ain't that much high in the world." Listen.
Just
Oh, it's not. I think that you guys are figuring it.
look for the comments. People like, hell no.
I think that they thinking it's like ranch frozen. It's not. It's
It's gonna be creamy ranch. It's gonna be creamy. Oh, no. I'm just saying, I don't make this shit up. We're not making this shit up. You see, this is ice cream. So if you're in your Walmart, what I want you to do, if you're in Walmart and you see this ice cream, take a picture of it. Post it on our fucking on our Facebook page so we can see that this shit is really out here. Because now, next time I walk into Walmart, I'm going to look for this shit.
Hit me up. Tell me where it's at, so I'll go get it. If you buy it, I'll get you.
Tweet it said, "Niggas gonna nigger, niggas gonna nigger." But speaking of people, let's not even waste any fucking time. Let's get to this top tier. Call Cassidy. Always brought to you from the tippity top of the mountain, the most whitest of the whitest. It gets no better than that. You know, the air on that mountain is so damn thin, their thinking is wrong, and they do wild shit. So if you know anybody that's from the mountain, you just gotta look at them and shake your head. A woman, Emma Parker, 39, who claims she was addicted to drugs, has been sentenced to 12 months after she was filmed cutting up and eating her daughter's hamster. Wow. The hamster's name is Mr. Nibbles. We sure nibbling.
I know he hate that.
She was nibbling on Mr. Nibbles. The woman admitted she killed and ate Mr. Nibbles, pleading guilty to one charge of causing unnecessary suffering to a protected animal. She has reportedly told police that she was helping the hamster die after it had been bitten by one of her dogs.
Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, yo.
I don't make this shit up.
Oh, my stomach is bubbling. Lord have mercy.
Who does that? She was just sitting there just cutting up. Did she? What?
And Bobby, I beg to differ. He's going to say blue cheese is nigga stuff and ranch is for mountain people. No, ranch is for us. I don't do blue cheese. Blue cheese tastes very similar to how throw up tastes after I've thrown up. So no, thank you. Yeah. That's just the crumbles. But go back to Mr. Nibbles, murderer.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that call.
You killed Mr. Nibbles?
And you ate him because the dog bit him?
No.
So a dog bit Mr. Nibbles and you was like, well, he's dying anyway. Let me just go ahead and eat Mr. Nibbles. Bitch, you were plotting on him. You were plotting on him. What'd you wash it down with? Ranch dressing. You dipped him in ranch dressing in the ice cream and ate him. God damn, we can't make this up. Oh, God. A Florida woman advocates for a sugar daddy and a sugar mama appreciation day at a board meeting to honor those who have given us so much. That's white shit. Nigga shit. That's white shit.
Listen, she was dressed up. She had on her wig and her boobs out, and she said, "I have to make a day in Florida because her whole spiel was Florida has a lot of college kids, and a lot of those kids are living because of sugar daddies and sugar mamas."
Okay, so wait. So is she a sugar mama?
She says no. She says she's had sugar daddies. She got boobs. I think, did I send you that stuff? The pictures?
Because if she's a sugar mama, then I need motorcycle parts. I need them ASAP.
I mean,
because I'm about to put my toe in the game. But okay.
I would not be opposed to sugar mama and sugar daddy day. It's a little ghetto, but I wouldn't be opposed to
That's why I'm asking, is this white people shit or this is some nigga shit?
She was very white.
She must have had some nigga in her. She had to have nigga in her. She had nigga in her somewhere along.
She was on the board at the board meeting.
Oh, okay. A white student who was expelled from Howard University's law school is suing the historical Black University in Washington, D.C., alleging race discrimination and creating a hostile environment. After Newman apologized to his classmates formally and verbally, a classmate in January 2021 discovered and retweeted a July 2020 tweet from his private Twitter account, which showed the infamous image of come on, help me, I can't get it off my tongue. Emancipated slave Gordon, also named Whipped Peter, posted on Newman's tweet, but we don't know what he did before the picture was taken.
So
help me, because
the white guy goes to Howard University Law School. It feels like the school shitted on him because he posted this black slave on his profile picture.
Okay.
I don't know if he did that just to get along. I don't know if he did that just to fit in, but he feels some type of way. So the kids start treating him funny, and everybody start jumping into it, and he got attitude. But their thing was, you retweeted the shit.
Yeah.
How are you? It's just funny that you come to our school, and sue us for some shit you did.
Sue anybody for anything, B. Anybody for anything at any given time, you can sue them. You know what I mean? Can I sue a person just because they look ugly and looking at me? I probably can.
You could.
There are certain things one should never do, like drink too much alcohol. I'm not listening to that.
Okay.
drive after drinking too much alcohol. Shouldn't do that.
Yes.
Or drive after drinking too much alcohol and complain about police officers' emergency lights while dealing with another driver. You didn't hear that. Let me say that again for you. Let me say that again for you. You shouldn't drink too much alcohol. Don't drink after drinking. Don't drive. After drinking, you drink too much alcohol and you drive, and then complain about the police officer's emergency lights while dealing with another driver that's pulled over on the side of the road. Well, in Illinois, wait a minute, flip the page on you. An Illinois woman accused of driving drunk faces multiple charges after stopping to complain about a police officer's flashing lights. He was dealing with another accused drunken driver, Ryan A. Bamback. Yep. Ryan I. Bamback, 52, of Fox Lake, Illinois, is charged with 2 counts of aggravating driving under the influence and driving on a revoked suspended license and operating an uninsured motor vehicle and improper stopping or parking. You dumbass idiot. Tippity top of the mountain.
You don't get no top tier than this.
It doesn't get higher than that. That is so I'm drunk, I'm driving, and his lights is flashing. So I'm going to pull my drunk ass over. I'm
annoyed.
Right? Because he got his lights on. I'm going to get out and say something to him. I'm going to slur and say something to him. Smelling like liquor.
With no suspended license.
With a suspended license.
Uninsured car, and improper stuff. And you probably parked in the street.
Yeah. Pull right up next to him. Nigga, what you... You, my friend, are the fucking Car Cassidy of the week. Of
the year.
It doesn't get no better than that. It doesn't get no better than that. Now, that is some dumbass shit right there.
That's dumb.
All right, let's get into some other shit now, right? Let's talk about this bum ass. Let's talk about this dumbass nigga. Blanco, I'm gonna need you on this one because I want to know your opinion. Okay. Let's talk about this dummy Ja Morant. You big dummy. Big dummy. What? People are defending him and saying...
Your opinion didn't change. So I was going to say from all the
defenders. No, here's why. People are defending him like, they're just trying to tear this black man down and they should let it go. Wait a minute. Where is their account for this nigga's actions? This is a grown-ass man we talking about. You know what the fuck you doing. You trying to be something you not. But now you worry because the backlash is coming and you think it wasn't? Look what they did to Kanye. Look what they did to everybody else for other shit they done. You know what I mean? You are a nigga flashing guns and doing silly shit. Silly shit. Like, nigga, what you expect?
So was his punishment enough, you think? Was it strong enough or that last I heard he was suspended indefinitely, and I know that's like 50
it could be. Games. It could be. They you know what I mean? They've been giving no determination of how many games he's suspended. Am I right?
Stan.
They haven't given no determination of what they just saying he's just suspended right now. You know what I mean? Coca-Cola is backed out on him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? These endorsements Powerade. Yep. This is Coca-Cola. It's backed out on them. They're gonna start backing out on you, dummy. You know what I mean? First off, your parents ain't shit. I'ma say it. Somebody tag him and let him see your parents ain't shit. You know what I mean? Where your mama at? Your daddy's just a dumb drunk. I heard he was a drunk, but that's another story. You know what I mean? Where your people's at? They're going to tell you, hey, Slim, what the fuck is you doing? You about to ruin a fucking lifetime, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You know what I mean? You got a little money, you got a little change, but you got to be humble with that shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck? You still want to be a gangbanger in the street.
Let me be devil's advocate. Let me sit on the other side
Come
of
on.
the tone.
Come on.
Say, for instance, John Morant's last name is Ball.
Okay.
He is 18. He came out your sack.
Yep.
He's 18. In the league.
Yep.
He pulled one of these moves.
Okay.
And this is the fallout. What are you gonna do?
So hold on.
You said the father was dumb. You said where your parents at. What could they have done?
Okay, first off, you should have already seen this fucking behavior because this is the first signs of this behavior that you've seen from this kid. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be in his corner coaching him up his whole life. This bastard, there's other shit, there's life shit that, I know my son is getting ready to go some places. I know my son is getting ready to do some things. Let me help equip him and steer him away from some of these motherfucking negative influences that he has around him. You know what I mean? You should be, what did you teach him when he was a kid? What did you teach him? Because his behavior right now is unacceptable. He's trying to pretend to be somebody that it doesn't quite fit him. It don't quite fit him. Nigga, you're a ball player. Play back. Good at what you do because you're running around with a chip on your shoulder like you the shit. But you ain't what the fuck?
Can I ask you a question? Can I just jump in there? So pretend like nobody knows what it takes to become an NBA player. Nobody knows what little kids have to go through and all of the stuff that leads you and prepares you to be an NBA player. Do you know?
No, I don't know. But I do know morals. You're about to be a face. You're about to be a public fucking figure. You know what I mean?
Well, I was going to ask you because one would think, right, as I'm taking all my money and putting it into you, I'm pouring into you as my child because I do know that it takes way more than an average little nigga at the rec center.
Exactly.
More than that. So I'm asking, like, between all of that and the discipline that it takes to get there, and the discipline that it takes, and having to stay away from the neighborhood stuff. When people realize you're about to go to the NBA, the neighborhood even tell you, nah, nigga, go in the house. Why do you think that he didn't carry all of those things over?
Because nobody's enforcing it. Son, yo, this is a parent. This is another type of parent. Oh, my son is a shit. Oh, he gonna be the... And you out there partying or whatever with your son and you're not motherfucking checking him. You know what I mean? And reminding him of the morals that you were supposed to instill in him when he was a kid. You know what I mean? Yes, you invested a lot of money to get him here. You know what I mean? But while investing that money into him, what else are you invested in that child? Because there's no reason why he's acting like this right now. That's ridiculous. You want to be a banger in the street. Then what the fuck was the purpose of me investing my money in you? You could have just been a street nigga. You know what I mean?
So the parents should be mad as well.
If I was a parent, I would be mad as fuck. Nigga, you're embarrassing our family, man. This was a fucking chance to put us on the map for something else. And now this is what you put me on the map for? Nigga, I would be upset. And nobody around him is taking accountability for, yo, nigga, somebody needs to fucking, nigga, what are you doing? You know, and it seems like nobody around him. I got you. It seems like nobody around this young man is telling him, yo, Slim, sit the fuck down, chill out, focus on your craft. You know what I mean? Nobody's having that conversation with him because now everything that you've done, they're going to start digging. They're going to start digging on past, and they are. They're going to start digging and looking at past shit you did and start stringing your negative shit together, which they're already doing.
Because don't you, once I make it big, don't y'all handle whatever I'm carrying this gun for? I'm just asking. Like,
you should have niggas for that. You should have niggas for that. Why is you carrying a fucking gun? You gonna have an entourage of people around you or something, or bodyguards around you. You know what I mean? That's them niggas. Your job, stupid. Like, come on, man. Let's be realistic here. You in the club, you gonna go in the club just right by yourself? You're not gonna have some security entourage around you? If you need some security, nigga, I got somebody for you. He lives in Jersey. I hook you right up. He's fucking Busta Rhymes security. We can hook you right on up, nigga, because you're gonna need some help.
Spider said his father is not saying anything because Ja Morant is financing his lifestyle.
That's another problem.
Come on, Blanco.
So you gonna shut your mouth and just turn a blind eye when your son is acting stupid? Blanco, what's up, baby? Fuck.
This is another reason why I do not like modern day NBA. This kid is just another person who is, again, is a huge example of being a rich nigger.
Ooh.
No, I did not add the A.
Nigger.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Now, for those of you who do not know the proper definition of nigger,
it's a stupid person.
It is a very stupid person. Mm-hmm. You're very blinded by the fact that, like, this person just does not understand what type of opportunities have now been pulled away from you. A lot of deals. Mind you, initially he was just suspended for just 2 games. It was roughly could be, 2 weeks.
Was it 4 games?
There was 2. Initially it was 2. Initially it was 2. So, but now with, again, further investigation. Now, mind you, the team gave him the 2-game suspension.
Uh-huh.
Now you got to deal with the league. And again, yes, he's this new face. Memphis is, skyrocketing into the playoffs. I mean, they're supposed to be, a pretty dominant team,
yes.
going into the postseason.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But when you do nigger shit, you're gonna get very huge consequences. And this is gonna be it. And I think, and now as you mentioned about the parents, they're part of the entourage. That's the sad part. They're not as being, hey, give me that phone, give me those guns, sit your ass down, or let's go home. They didn't do that. They were partying with everybody else. They're out celebrating. Again, rich nigger shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, they're part of that modern, they got that new money. They want to celebrate. They want to party until the sun comes up and all that stuff, not realizing the fact it's like this boy needs to go home, train, eat proper foods, excuse me, be part of proper people. But no, you're partying. You're celebrating just like he is. I don't know what they're celebrating about it, but mind you, it was probably All-Star Weekend. But still, you should never be. You should have, like you said, pull the reins and realize. But no, you're all engulfed in this new fun shit.
So, is it fair to say that just because you are of age and you sign whatever contract you sign, that the people are saying you grown, you should know how to handle this?
No,
that's not a responsibility.
I'm not.
No.
Okay.
Let me say. Okay. We keep saying that, but let's say that historically here in the DC area, everybody remembers Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
19 years old and still doesn't know the difference between Italian dressing or ranch dressing. I mean, it's like, damn, have you ever been to a store? But then again, we unless based off of how this particular person has been raised, we can't assume anything that this person is fully grown.
Okay. Well, speaking of fully grown and no assumptions, there's a law that's being proposed that kids be able to carry Narcan with them to be able to reverse overdoses. Yes. Do you think? Do you feel like it should be up to a child? Because listen, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to nursing for you, right? And administering medication, right? It's like writing a prescription. You know what Narcan does, but you're gonna leave that on your 14-year-old, your 15-year-old, your child. They say the kids should be able to carry the Narcan to school because they have overdoses in school too. Come on. All this
shit hurts my head.
All this is in the neighborhood of people giving these kids.
So in other words, you're saying, go ahead, use drugs, get high, carry the shit so you can reverse yourself and bring yourself back after trying to kill yourself.
Save it and give it to your friends.
Yeah, your friend is fucking getting high. He almost OD'd and you're gonna bring him back to life. What the?
Come on,
Go ahead, Blanco. Once again, go ahead.
Okay. When we did our, your live show back in August last year.
Yes.
And you had a nice, good set panel of younger folk in front of you.
Yes.
Mind you, we had a nice heated discussion where I mentioned the fact that as much as you all would like to claim to constantly protect your children from certain dangers, you have to remember that they are out on their own pretty much a good 8 hours plus away from you. So, mind you, they see a lot more than what you would. It is best the fact is like, hey, it's better to think of this in a more positive way. I would rather have my child protect themselves than thinking the fact is instead of you telling them don't do this.
Okay.
So for them to have this, mind you, and they may know someone who probably does drugs, go to parties that probably do drugs. At least they think instinctively, that's like, hey, someone's ODing. Hey, I got my thing. Let me help them out. Instead of everyone freaking out and wondering who will be the first person to call the police instead of filming the whole bullshit and then thinking that they're going to get in trouble after the fact. It's best to try to think preventively and positively than thinking negatively and saying, hey, you shouldn't be doing this shit.
Here's my pro and con of that, right? I agree with you, but here's where I think the road splits for me. Like I'm on the fence about it, right? Because I understand children's minds. Can you imagine the therapy that your kid would need if your child decided to give my child the Narcan and it did not work? The responsibility that they would feel that death was on their neck. That's something that's something in years and years and years. And honestly, I've seen people do more drugs because of it.
Okay.
So that is where I think I look at. I agree with you, but I'm just saying, like, you putting a lot on the kid to have that on them. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger than that. But I agree, but it's bigger than that. So I'm 50-50 with it. I'm 50-50 with it.
I think it's just stupid. You're condoning niggas getting high. You're condoning. They're condoning. It's a form of condoning, saying, go ahead, get high. But here's the shit. If you get high and you overdose, save yourself.
But then people liken it to giving a kid condoms. Because sometimes giving a kid condoms means, sure.
I have not. My son is 16. I've not given him no condoms.
You've never given
Why not?
I'm not giving him condoms. You know what I mean? But he got condoms. I don't know where the fuck he got them from, but he got condoms.
You don't give them to him.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask. Have you given him a talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck yeah.
All right. So you giving them a talk, but not giving them condoms. Why not?
Because I'm not trying to condone that behavior. But even though I know what's going to happen, you know what I mean? I know he got his little dick sucked. And when he got his little dick sucked, we talked about it. And I was like, you know what I mean? There was a part of me deep down inside that was like, yes, son. But then part of me was like, bruh, the responsible parent was like, yo, gotta be responsible with this. Da, 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 da.
Remember he was with the bitch with the shirt off?
Yeah. So I mean, you have to have these conversations, but on the same token, you have to remember what happens in his mama's house. You know what I mean? I got no control over that.
Do you think that would change if, in fact, and God forbid, if in fact you found out that one of your kids was, do you think that the way that you feel about that, it would change? Or if one of their closer friends that you made that come in your house and eat pizza and kick it around died of an overdose, you didn't even realize they were on drugs, they died of an overdose, would you then entertain, oh, all right, I can see where that's at? Because we do speak from a place where, and God forbid that any of our kids are on drugs. Like, we speak from that place.
No, I'm speaking
I'm
from
saying
that
I do.
I do. I'm speaking from that place. My kids are not on drugs.
Would that change?
It might change. That might be a conversation. It might be something that I might need to look into at that time. But right now, I'm like, nah, nigga. Nah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So the irony of this is I'm having this. So I'm glad we're having this conversation, because this morning my daughter, which my chocolate baby will be, her birthday is Saturday. You know what I mean? So she hit me up and was like, Daddy, I'm sick of my school. It's boring. I hate it here. I said, well, why is that? And she was like, everybody want to be getting high on drugs. So now she knows people. So now looking at it from another point of view now, thinking about this now, that, hey, you know what I mean? I'm going to stay there, keep her head clean, but it's around her. You know what I mean? Would that be something I want to entertain with? Maybe, possibly. You know what I mean? Carry this, because I know my chocolate baby ain't getting high. She ain't doing that.
That's so ironic.
And it's ironic because, like, yo, I swear to God, we was just sitting here and we was texting about it. You know what I mean? And it's just like, it's getting worse. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it's bothering her. Like, a lot of people she knows is getting high in her school. This is in Fairfax County. This is a white area. This is Caucasians.
They're the ones.
They're the ones. You know what I mean? And so would I consider giving her that and letting her carry it to save one of her friends? I don't know, possibly. You know what I mean? Because, that's stress and trauma on them. It's going to cause a whole lot of fucking trauma on this child itself. Watching one of their friends over OD or something like that, and then you got to do, nigga, come on, shouldn't be seeing this shit. But hey, it is what it is.
So how does your conversation change to her, knowing that she's telling you, Daddy is here? It's here. Because I'm gonna give you an example that some people are not gonna like, but I'm gonna give it to you anywho.
Okay.
I had the same phone call from my daughter, but it was about lesbian girls that was trying to turn her out.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Mom, everybody here is gay. Oh my God, these people, blah, blah, blah. Every time I turn around, some girl is trying this, some girl is trying. It was weighing down. Yes. Weighing down on her to the point where sometimes she didn't even want to go to school. It had gotten that bad.
Wow. Okay.
So how was
that conversation?
just spoke to her every day. And that's when I really had the conversation. Like, yo, like, are you gay? She's like, no. I said, how do you know? I said this before. And she was like, she didn't know how to answer. I said, here's how I know I'm gay. I'm not gay. I'm not attracted to women. And I said, are you? And she says, no. I said, well, don't worry about what they're doing. I said, if you like boys, your center of focus, and it shouldn't be, but your center of focus should be the males. Like, and I said, this is just how you got to deal with it. I said, you don't have to be rude. And honestly, you can be flattered by it. And I said, but you got to find cute little ways to say, get the fuck out my face. You got to find cute little ways. I said, and that's for people don't hear what you're saying. I told them already, and they keep coming. You got to find cute little ways so you don't get in trouble. Tell people to get the fuck on.
I mean, and something similar to what I was saying to Ariana as well. It's like, yo, you just keep your head down, you know what I mean, and just stay out the way. And people are going to try you. They're going to try you at this age. But Ariana's like, that's not her fucking cup of tea. You know what I mean? She's just not her cup of tea. You know what I mean? Now, if it was a lesbian thing or something like that, I don't know. But drugs is not her cup of tea, and it's bothering her. And I feel bad for her. Like, yo, you know what I mean? You really got to go to school and experience this shit. You're supposed to be there getting your education, but you worried about your motherfucking friend over there in a fucking stupor or fucking high out their fucking mind and shit. You can't focus on your education because you're worried about what's going on next to you. I mean, where you draw the line at, man? I mean, that's a problem right there. You know what I mean? So as long as as long as you communicate with them every day, you know what I mean? And shit, nigga, if I can get her out of that situation and bring her up there with me, I would, man. Just get her out that shit.
And Blanco, that's a good point. Like that focus will then shift. I have to, the same thing. Here's an analogy, right? When I used to take out new riders, right? And we one time we went on this back road, whatever, with all the little twisty turns, little twisties in the back roads, right? Yeah. And I took somebody new out with me. And I told her, I was like, look, I got you. But she rolled behind me. So the whole time my focus was on this.
You weren't back.
And I almost went down. Yes.
Because you're not paying attention yourself.
It makes perfect sense about now. My focus got to be shifted to you.
Yeah. And I can't focus on what I need to be focusing on because I got to worry about you instead. You know what I mean? Something to look at. All right. So before we get to these niggas, because I'm going to add
niggas.
Huh?
Niggas, not niggers.
Niggas. Before we get to these niggas gonna nigga, because I'm gonna add these 4 young niggas. Lord rest 2 of their souls. Well, let's talk about these niggas. Because that story is all the way fucking fishy, and I need to touch on it. So,
what story is that?
The 4 motherfuckers that hopped in a little hoop ride and said, let's drive to fucking Mexico. Let's talk about that for a hot second. Because as soon as it went down, first thing Kiki says, it's fishy. There's something fishy about this story. And I'm agreeing with her. We're agreeing with each other. We're like, yeah, there's something fishy about this. This doesn't sound right. So now you get down to Mexico, 2 of them get killed. I believe did the girl survive? I forgot who it was. Was it 2 guys?
A girl and the guy survived.
The girl and the guy survived.
When the girl and the guy was killed.
Okay. So you hopped in the car, and against your better judgment, because you was like, yo, one of them was like, yeah, I really shouldn't be going down here. We shouldn't be doing this. You know what I mean?
That got killed said that.
Yeah. We shouldn't, nigga, you didn't follow your better judgment, right? Now you decide to hop in the car because you're going to go with this female so she can get butt work done. Really? Really, nigga? Really, nigga? Y'all went down
really,
there.
Nigga?
Yeah, exactly. To go get some butt work done. Yes.
Here they go.
Niggas. Niggas.
And I feel horrible.
Okay.
Horrible because the one dude who didn't want to go, like you said, did not follow his judgment. And to me, I feel like he didn't even tell his folks he was going.
But he told somebody that he didn't really want to go. He was against it.
But he never
told
went. His wife or girlfriend. She didn't even know he was going.
You shouldn't have fucking went. When your stomach is telling, your gut is telling you some shit like that, that means don't go, nigga. Don't go. You know what I mean? Now, let's talk about it for a second. They went down there allegedly to get her, so she can get her
sister to get yes.
So what you niggas gonna do? Sit in the car and wait?
And then the fact that y'all drove, like, not for nothing. I've never had work done. And when I do, I ain't driving no fucking where. I'm gonna hop on a plane. I'm gonna blah blah blah. I'm gonna blah blah blah. Right? I cannot see that you were going to get such extensive work, and I don't know how long.
You gotta ride back in the car. What you gonna do?
How people gonna stay there with you while you recovered.
No, pause.
From a tummy tuck.
Was it a tummy tuck?
It was.
Or was
it was,
it was a butt thing? It was a butt thing.
It was the all thing.
So
right?
if you had this surgery, was you staying to recuperate or was you going back after it was done? Because how the fuck was you going to sit on your ass? Make it make sense. Now,
do you know what's involved in the tummy tuck? First of all,
what?
They cut
Yeah.
the part that you don't want off and throw it away. And put, you gonna ride in the car from Texas to South Carolina?
No.
I mean Mexico from South Carolina?
No. So you gonna be no. What if she was getting her ass done?
Yeah, something stank.
Something stank with that. Let's be realistic here, people. I mean, I feel sorry, but I don't feel sorry. You went down there fucking with the cartel. You were trying to get some drugs. Because now you think these people from the mountain aren't going to dig into you and figure out your history and all that, and all y'all niggas got most of them got drug histories and shit like that. You went down there to try to get some bricks, but these niggas got you. You know what I mean? They got you.
Got right in the middle. Corey made a great point.
What?
He said that was a drug run. You don't drive from South Carolina to Mexico. The gas costs more than the flight.
Facts. He's not lying. Corey, you're not lying. So let's call it what it is and let's stop fucking being stupid. It was a drug run that went foul. You know what I mean?
You let the girl drive because I guess the girl is going to look like we don't have nothing in the car.
Nigga, you ain't never watched that border control shit? Them niggas be on that shit. Them border police be on that shit. But you may have had a way to try to get the shit back. All right, cool. But you went down there and something got fucked up. You ain't gonna just, there ain't no other way about that shit. You went down there to buy some drugs because the cartel was quick to say, the Mexico put like that 2.3 million pesos or whatever it is on the fucking cartel leader's head. Cartel leaders, wait a minute. You know what I mean? It was like 100 in U.S. money. It was $133,000. But that money down there will change a nigga's life significantly. You put that shit, them niggas gonna kill you for that, right? Yeah. The cartel tell you, nah, we ain't gonna do that. You stupid niggas, you stupid, you mean motherfuckers, because are gonna go and we're gonna turn you over.
Gonna pay the piper,
look, you wrote a letter and left it on the police car.
Yes, and had them people bound. And I think was they blindfolded?
Whatever. You niggas was not the cartel. We don't want that smoke.
No, military. Because if our military get involved in that, it's a problem.
Yeah, you don't want that. You know what I mean?
And another thing, when have you ever seen people go to Mexico and go to the drug cartel area for plastic surgery?
Never.
Those areas, I think, are.
They tell you not to go there.
Does that change? Does that change any idea of you wanting to go to Mexico?
I've been to Mexico, so I've been to Cancun. I've been to the touristy spots, but I'm gonna go with the touristy spots and stay on a fucking resort. You know what I mean, nigga? I'm gonna go to Mexico, but I'm staying my ass on a resort. I'm not traveling through them Mexico streets because them niggas ain't nigga. Come on, bro. It's different. And you can't be mad at these people. This is their lifestyle down there. They gonna get you. They knew you was probably coming to buy some drugs. You had some money. You know what I mean? They robbed you. You know what I mean? Took the money. Something happened. They killed the motherfucker, 2 motherfuckers, and then the other motherfuckers got away.
And you got away unscathed. Got away unharmed.
Corey said, mule the drugs and the butt implants.
Oh, Lord. Listen,
hey!
To me, I felt like you got to understand what cartel is. Like, that's them. It's their area. It's their shit. Like, Slim. The police, it's all them. So whatever happened, you was in trouble. Whatever took place.
As soon as you went in their area, you was in trouble, bro. Like, nigga, you didn't have the connections like that to pull up on a nigga and be like, yeah, let's do this. You know what I mean? Nah, nigga.
It's not worth it.
Wasn't worth your lives. Y'all was some stupid niggas. Now, speaking of niggas. Kiki,
hold on. Look at the niggas, but I just want to bring up a cute little fact. I think it's funny how this stuff got open, solved, and closed in 4 days.
Mm-hmm. Why do you think that's funny?
Brittany Griner was across the ocean for 1.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Rudd is still missing. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that just don't. And this shit, and the people was turned over. This happened in a week.
So
I just want to add.
Come on.
The Mexican government told Biden's administration, we got this. They pretty much is like they were handling it. So that's why it's a lot quicker than
they don't have to really fight back and forth.
Yeah, they had to fight.
And you know what he said? He said they did operate outside of policy. I don't know what policy for the drug cartel. But they operate on policy. You weren't supposed to harm people.
You don't want the United States putting their head in their business down there because it interrupts money flow.
So
Business,
can Michigan do
that shit was bad for business. You know what I mean? That was bad for business. That's why the cartel made that. They made that shit happen so fast because it's bad for business.
That was quick. I'm talking about the paper didn't even dry. It didn't even dry. Like you can look this up now, and it is solved.
Yeah.
Resolved.
And they had to have it, and it had to go down like that. You know what I mean? Because it's bad for business. You don't want to stop that money flow and fuck shit up. You know what I mean? And on top of that, you know what I mean? The CIA and the DEA don't want that shit to stop neither. They need their money fucking to flow. There's money to flow.
It's gotta come through.
There's money flow.
Fentanyl. Gotta come on.
Like the fentanyl. That's just worse than crack, dog.
Okay, with these niggas. Come on with these
niggas. I'm gonna let you get the niggas today. You want me to get the niggas?
I gotta find out where we at. Look. Oh, a woman in Texas was arrested last weekend after she rented a car and allegedly tried to sell a car. Humble Police Department said one of their officers was alerted by a man who said he had tried to buy a car he saw online but believed it to be stolen. The seller was offering it for about half of its value, which he thought was funny. He asked the seller to meet later to complete the transaction, took a picture of the driver's license, because she gave all that, and the vehicle's title, and sent it to the police. The prospective buyer agreed to meet with her, and he purchased the car. But when the police arrested her, the woman who hasn't been publicly identified has been charged with third-degree auto theft, and second-degree tampering. Why?
That's some super nigga shit. Wait. So I rent a car.
Yes.
And I say, fuck it. Everybody can hustle and scam. I'm going to sell the rented car. Make it make sense.
Fentanyl, yo. Like, who the fuck
Were you blaming it on fentanyl?
Because whoever has gotten away with that.
Oh, Bobby.
In the history of niggerdom.
I've never heard no shit like that before.
You can't even wreck a rental car. You can't scratch that bitch. But if you get it fixed, they're going to know. How they going to know? They're going to know.
They're going to know.
They're going to know. You decide.
You rented a car.
Would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for those.
For what? For what?
Meddling dogs.
Meddling dogs and pesky ass kids. No, motherfucker, no. You tried to. Niggas do some of the silliest shit. That's all I can say. Niggas do some of the silliest shit ever. Is that right there? You deserve to go to jail for that.
On the heels of this, which is where I probably should have started, but on the heels of this, there was a girl who was abducted from a Washington mall and taken to Mexico more than 4 years ago, has been found alive.
Really?
All of a sudden. Yeah.
She was found alive?
And returned. Mexico, listen, y'all got some beef with Mexico. Y'all better resolve it now.
Hold on. I guess she wasn't in the cartel area. Wasn't in the cartel area.
They is trying to give it up. Like with y'all, they owe y'all, something ain't right, and y'all talk to them now. You probably got another 3 weeks. It'll make a month.
Oh God. God have mercy.
1040.
All right. So
here goes some updates. The teacher that was wearing the fake breast and wig to class has finally been suspended.
You finally suspended her?
Yes.
Or him? Him? Yeah, him. Okay. Yeah. Well, you know me. You know I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Don't cancel me, please. But I'm sorry. So they suspended him.
Yes. Finally. Because you know they was on the block, and then he fought it. He kept saying like blah blah blah. But it happened because he had been wearing the size Z prosthetic boobs that was showing the nipple prints through his shirt, wearing wigs to school and makeup. But he said he wasn't transgender. He just liked to dress like that as a definition. But the kids were complaining, the parents were complaining, and the school took up for him. Like, nah, he good, it's his freedom, blah, blah, blah. But it came to pass because people started following him home and realized that he was a whole dude at home. Like, he never wore the breast, he never wore that. So it wasn't his lifestyle. He was just doing that shit at school, and they deaded it. So he is now suspended. It took them a long time to get it, but finally.
Okay.
Finally.
I think as I'm going, I know you're fucking lying. I know you fucking lying.
Let's go.
I know you fucking, you gotta be lying. And it's not fucking with an F, it's a fucking with a PH.
Yes.
Okay? You know what I mean? Let's clarify that. It sounds the same, but it's spelled differently.
You fucking lying.
You're fucking lying right now. Woman, 31. I'll leave y'all up to guess what side is she from? Is she from the mountain? Or is she from down in the fucking Compton Niggerville area? You leave y'all to decide this. Woman, 31, who had sex with a 13-year-old boy and then became pregnant with his child will serve no jail time, but will have to register as a sex offender under the plea deal.
Who the heck does she know?
Now, first off, I want y'all to guess.
Where's she from?
What you think she is? Do you think she's a nigger? Or do you think she's
From the mountains.
from the mountains?
Or
There's another one?
oh yeah.
What's the other one you're gonna
Might be a laughable Latina.
A laughable. I remember this. I want to know
Put your answers in there.
Put your answers in. Keep your answers in. We'll wait. Get those answers typed right up, because you'll be a little surprised. Remember, she humped a 13-year-old boy and got pregnant. She's not going to go to jail time, and she's going to keep the baby.
And the answer is...
You got one? You got it for us?
It's coming, yes.
It's coming on the screen? Is that a laughable Latina?
It is.
It's a laughable Latina. We ain't got y'all in a while, but we couldn't help but get you right now. Really?
Because we ain't getting pregnant.
A laughable Latina decided to have sex with a 13-year-old boy and got pregnant. And she's not gonna do she's not gonna do no jail time.
No, she is gonna be on house arrest under this.
Make that make sense for me though, real quick, because wouldn't that's rape, isn't it?
It's rape.
That's rape.
And you produce something out of it.
Yes.
So right now,
So how is that?
Right now, the family is fighting with her. They want custody of the baby. She had a baby already.
She had the baby.
Had a baby already. Fuck a little boy like
So
her.
so who wants the baby? Which family? Is it the boy?
Family.
The boys?
His family. Don't want her to raise it because they're not safe. You're a child offender. You're a sex offender. You should not have a kid.
They got a point.
Yeah.
They got a point. There's no lie. I can't see no lie there. They got a point. So wait. So he's 13 and they're gonna raise his son. How would they do that?
And the mother is saying the child is just he's overwhelmed. He can't, like, he is fucked up behind the situation. Because of course 13-year-olds don't know that having sex can result in a kid. They hear it, but to actually have it happen, you're 13. So they own her ass.
Okay. Will Smith. Willie hurt. Willie hurt. He hurt. He hurt and embarrassed over that Chris Rock special. Now, I started watching it, so I'm going to be very honest. I started watching it, but I fell asleep on that shit. I didn't go back to finish watching it again because I fell asleep on it.
I fell asleep because nobody got slapped. So that's what woke me up last year.
There was a lot of mixed feelings because some people was like, yo, I really like this shit. And other people were like, yo, this shit was boring. You know what I mean? His twist on telling jokes and making jokes, it's like you resemble Dave Chappelle in a way. You know what I mean? You're trying to use life situations and real life shit to make people aware of things, but you're trying to make it funny, but you just don't have that Dave Chappelle. You don't have that bang. You know what I mean? It just comes out bland with it. You know what I mean? I think that's what put me to sleep because some of the shit was just bland. You know, but Will is upset, so Will is probably gonna be on the hunt again to slap the shit out of him again.
He is hurt and embarrassed.
Why? Why?
Because Chris Rock did a thing. Did you see the thing that he did?
Did you think that it was not coming though?
I think he rested on it wasn't coming because it took him a long time. It took a year, about
a year.
It took a year to the day.
Yeah, it took a year, right? So Chris Rock did the right thing. So first off, you were fucking with a comedian. Let's have this conversation right now because Ty is with me. Ty is here with me. Ty, this is a comedian. What is a comedian's job?
Tell jokes.
To tell jokes. Does it matter? Nobody's safe. No, you're gonna make fun of everything. So if you thought for a minute because I slapped this nigga and he ain't gonna say nothing, you were sadly mistaken. I would have made fun of this shit. You know what I mean?
You can only be the bigger person, for about 364 days.
The 365th day? Fuck it, nigga. I want violence. I'm coming for you. You know what I mean? So now you mad. So Will, don't be upset. You know what I mean? Because you brought this spotlight on yourself. You went up there and slapped for old bald head Lucretia that you married to. You know what I mean? You slapped him for her.
Did you watch the Chris Rock special?
I told you I fell asleep on it.
So
I didn't get through the whole thing. I fell asleep on it.
I thought you were talking about the Oscars. Okay, I got
No. The special. I fell asleep on it.
So you didn't get to the part that he talked about the Will Smith thing then. You didn't get to that part.
Huh?
You didn't get to that part.
No, nigga, I fell asleep.
Here, go back and look at it. And honestly, I assumed that you watched all of it.
No, that's what I just sat here and said. I started watching it and I fell asleep on it.
I was thinking you was talking about the Oscars.
The Oscars, no.
The Oscars came on last night.
The Oscars came on last night and then my fucking girl Angela Bassett got snubbed again. You know what I mean?
I went to sleep on the Oscars.
That's I don't even watch that shit. No how. I don't watch that shit.
It is what it is. It's not for my enjoyment. It is, not since Halle Berry cried and snotted.
So Ty said, Will can't be mad at how someone reacts to his actions. Can't be mad at that. You did that. You know what I mean? You've been a punchline since you've done that. You've been a punchline. And now you upset? And you thought you was expecting the dude that you slapped just not to say nothing. And he's a comedian? Make that make sense.
Well,
I ain't mad at you, Chris Rock.
Here's the funny thing. People are mad at Chris Rock.
Why?
Saying that they should have.
That he's petty?
That he petty. He should have just let it go. Like, why are you revisiting that? Why are you blah, 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 blah? I feel like I can do what the fuck I want to do. My story.
It's his story to tell.
It ain't like he telling your story. He's telling his own.
Why are you mad at him for? Because he brought it up to make jokes about it?
It's funny.
If it was funny, it's funny. And it happened. You know what I mean? So why not talk about it? You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. That's what comedians do. If you do not want a comedian to talk about you, don't do shit. Don't do nothing. Then they won't have no reason to get you. Don't be upset. Don't be upset.
Okay. We got a new segment today. It's called Nobody's Safe.
Oh, Nobody's Safe.
You say it all the time.
Oh, yes. Lordy.
So here's a few nobody's safe. I'm
gonna let you get this one.
Facebook and Google share user data with police for prosecution of abortion seekers.
Right. Wait.
Be careful. Wait. What the fuck y'all Googling?
So if you're seeking abortion, they can...
Facebook and Google is sharing your stuff with the police department.
Wow.
Law enforcement uses data from the platforms to build cases and prosecute people after crimes have been committed. So in those areas where they say you cannot have abortions, if you do all that, they are sharing your stuff with the police.
Okay, so if you're into anything, though, why would you share that shit on social media? You know what I mean?
Because
like social media.
That's the first thing they do.
Nah, nigga. You know what I mean? If I'm doing some criminal shit or something like that in that nature, I'm not sharing that shit on Facebook. I'm not even talking about that shit, bro.
Okay, and here's another example of nobody's safe. YouTube and Instagram influencer OMI in a Hellcat. That's his whole name.
That's some dumbass shit, but okay.
Omi in a Hellcat, born Omar Carrasquillo, has been sentenced to nearly 6 years in prison in a cable piracy scam. He reported previously that he was indicted along with two other associates for allegedly selling copyrighted cable network, aka the Fire Sticks. So if you are selling those fucking Fire Sticks, they done hit the top of it off. Now you might be, prosecutors said thousands of users paid a monthly fee to access premium cable, TV, and sports content through these Fire Sticks. The Perisquillo, as well as Jesse Gonzalez and Michael Barone, had to forfeit $35 million in assets after being charged with the fraud. So everything he made
lost
and in jail. Nobody's safe.
Is he Hispanic? Because he look like a nigga.
He's Spanish. He's Hispanic.
So you're a laughable Latino now.
He's a laughable
Latino. Lost everything and sitting in jail. I mean, you were sitting, and he had cars, he had everything. Yes. That nigga was living like the Don. You know what I mean? And a lot of people, and it'd be surprising enough, a lot of people would pay for those type of services with the Fire Stick. You know what I mean? To get access to all that shit. Why the fuck not? It was cheaper.
$300
you know what I mean?
Pay Comcast.
Nigga, they just clipped you for $35 million. What didn't they clip them for?
How many people you know got Fire Sticks?
Everybody has a Fire Stick.
And then when you go to update it, ain't you paying to get it updated?
Yeah.
$35 million. Enough people decided, screw Comcast.
And so they've obviously it's been going on for a while because Fire Sticks has been around. People have been using Fire Sticks for
$35 million.
10 years, at bare minimum, 10 years.
35
I stopped using cable TV and I've been using Fire Sticks.
$35 million. And he's sitting down for 6 years. And he told on his 2 or 3 friends. $35 million.
Optum. You are op. You are straight op. Okay.
Who we mad at?
Looks like we're mad at women who breastfeed in public. I'm not for that. You know what I mean?
There's a whole women that got together, and their saying is, the next woman I see breastfeeding in front of me and my kids, I'm a slap her.
Why? She got to feed her baby.
She was from the mountain.
Oh, she's from the mountain.
She's from the mountain.
So the person from the mountain want to slap somebody. The next person they see.
She's tired of saying it. She said
the air was really thin when she had that thought.
It's disrespectful to pull your boobie out in front of my kids. Can't see your point? Baby gotta eat. But my 4-year-old never seen the boob. Never seen the breast.
So the way you're making it sound, or the way the top tier is making it sound, is like, yo, this titty, she just whipped out the titty, like bam,
with no baby.
No baby. It's just like, hold on, let me get the baby and then put the baby on the titty. Most of these women that do that are breastfeeding usually have some type of cover, and they have the baby under there, and they got a. It's not like the titty is just out and open and they just walking around with no cover and the baby sucking on the titty. You reach it a little bit. The air was thin that day. You know what I mean? You may have took a shot of some fucking what the Seagram's gin and sniffed some air.
She took a shot of that Fireball. That ain't really Fireball.
That Fireball. What is it?
It's malt liquor. That's what I said last time. I don't know who needs to hear this.
That's why they sell that shit in the store?
Them little minis. The minis.
No, so I walked inside a fucking 7-Eleven and they had the minis of Fireball, but they also had the minis of Southern Comfort.
That Southern Comfort is real. Fireball is
malt liquor.
8-ball.
It's an 8-ball.
Old English 800.
Do y'all remember what an 8-ball was? Do y'all remember how to make 8-ball? I do. You know what I mean?
And we're also mad at Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick accuses white adoptive parents of problematic upbringing, perpetuating racism. He said that after styling his hair that this way, his mom was warned about his hair was not professional, and he looked like a little thug. So he felt like that ruined him.
You see, I'm rubbing my head.
You see how I announced that? We mad at him. People are mad. They was like saying,
why are you mad at him for?
I'm not mad because that was your experience. I never lived with your white mama now. And if you felt like, to me, I can understand why if I want to get my hair done like my homies at school, and then you do it one time and then never again, because if you saw the show, the special, she did it once, never did it again, because she said he looked like a thug. And if you saying I look like a thug, I'm your black son. I'm your black son.
Well,
and you're supposed to make me understand this is going to be professional. You got it.
Just not going to. Callan, you're going to be all right, brother. You're going to be all right. You're going to figure it out. You've been figuring it out thus far. You're going to figure it out. What you got next, Kiki?
Okay.
Let me go search it.
Can your boss fire you if you don't want to wear high heels?
I don't know.
You think that you would be able to, if a uniform states that?
That would be stupid, though.
Why? That's the uniform. Uniform is
okay. If that's a uniform, if you have to wear high heels and you're not in uniform, then then yeah, why not? You get fired. But if is that in the contract? Is it in the rule book that that's just part of your uniform that you have to wear heels?
I'm so glad we're talking about this.
What's up?
Well, a former cocktail server at the MGM at the National Harbor says that just what the casino did to her. Her petition, she got a petition now demanding employees stop forcing women to wear high heels, is taken off. A mother of 4 from Bowie says she has to wear flats because she got plantar fasciitis or chronic inflammation of the tissue under her heels. If you ever had plantar fasciitis, you understand that shit it hurts. For 2 years, between 19 and 20, 19 and 21, she said the casino accommodated her, but then a new boss came in. The new boss came in, gathered anyone with disability and the ADA accommodation and told them they were not to wear these shoes anymore. They weren't sexy. She got pissed off and sued the Bama, and the petition, it came up. And come to find out what the law is, the law states, he was wrong.
Okay.
The law states if you're going to put that into play, then it has to apply to the men. If the uniform is what it is,
she about to get paid.
She about to get paid.
She about to get paid.
She finna get paid.
I'm not mad at her. I hope she gets paid.
A company cannot force you to do something that they don't request men to do. That's the law.
Ain't that some shit?
Another thing came up, y'all. Y'all know how we was talking about Joe Rogan?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, God.
He got a Joe Rogan open up a comedy club. Now, Joe Rogan, for all the people who forgot, was the dude that was saying racial slurs on Spotify and was calling people out their name and blah, blah, blah.
Which he always does.
Yeah, which he always does, and was never canceled, but we was trying to cancel him for that.
Okay.
He came up with a club, and the club name is Hecklers Will Be Eliminated.
Okay.
That's his new comedy club.
Hecklers will be eliminated. So
Yes.
I can't go into there and heckle his shit because I'll be eliminated.
You'll be eliminated.
Roger that.
In Austin, Texas, he features a lineup of canceled comedians such as David Lucas, Ron White, Tim Dillon, Tony Hinchcliffe, and Roseanne Barr. They can play in that club. Yes, they can play in that club without the fear of being canceled. It's only for people who say the kind of shit that America does not want to hear no more. And I ain't mad at them.
So pause. So that'd be a club that you can go to and hear some real comedy.
Yes.
I'd be interested to go. I'd go. Think about it now. I would be interested to go because now I can hear comedy that's not watered down. And if you're offended, don't come in there.
Hecklers will be eliminated.
I'm not heckling shit. If I go in there, you know what I mean? That's a place where I can probably go back and see the old Al Bundy. Shit like that.
Some good times.
And the good old days, like the fucking George Jeffersons and the fucking, who else? The Red Foxes and the niggas that just talked about some real shit.
Now,
but, okay, what you got?
Can you go there? Because you say it all the time.
Yeah.
That you can sue for anything.
You can sue for anything. I'm going back something else.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
You want to come back to that? Give me a second.
Go ahead.
Because I need to hit the what the fuck news of the day. I need to hit y'all. See, I took the headphones off because I need to hit y'all with the what the fuck news of the day. You know, this is tax season, right?
Yes.
This is tax season.
1040.
During tax season, people are often using their returns to buy outrageous things. You know you niggas do it. I'm waiting till I get my taxes and I'm going to buy this and I'm going to buy that. Okay. Normally, people will buy an older model of a luxury car. Why? Which they usually end up taking a loss on. Which, Repo Man comes to get it about, I want to say April. I want to say about May, June. The Repo Man's coming.
Tax is done.
Okay. Other times, people price themselves out to buy a new car that is out of their normal budget. Repo Man will come get that too.
Yep.
However, there is a woman who has gone viral from Facebook for buying a 1998 Ford Escort under a horrible deal. Not only is she paying over $200 a month, but she is paying it for the next 7 years. Anybody in need of a serviceable car should look at what this woman did and do the exact opposite. This woman has purchased a car that can't be worth more than $1,500 and it's already 25 years old.
Where are your parents? Where are your elders? She probably didn't consult with nobody. $200 a month times 7 years.
You was walking, he's like, I got my taxes, I feel good. I got my taxes, I need a car. So I go out to the fucking used car dealership and I see this old rust bucket. Do the math. Do the fucking math, because I want to know what the math. She's paying over $200. So let's say she's paying, let's make it a reasonable number. Let's say she's paying $250 a month. $225, $250 a month, whatever it is, right? 7 fucking years. What is the math on that, Kiki?
I'm about to do the math on this. So we're gonna do. Got to do 7 years times 365. No,
You do.
7 years times 12. Is that what I said? Okay.
Why are you doing 365 times 7?
Because that's how many years it is. 365 days times 7. But I thought it was months.
No, it's months. So you're not doing months. 7 years.
7 years.
So it's 3. So do 200, right?
Yes.
Let's do the 200 times 12.
Then time. Okay.
Right? Get your answer there. And then your answer, you times that by 7, and then tell me what you got.
$16,800.
For a car.
For a Ford Escort.
For a Ford Escort. And you was giving it 15 is reaching. It's probably like $500, $600 for that car.
No. It's from 98. You know how many miles it got on? Care how clean that joint is.
They say a sucker is born every minute. I would like to know the ethnicity of this person. Because you can't be that stupid.
Speaking of cars, a car salesman allowed a woman to take the vehicle he was selling out for a test drive. That's normal, right?
That's normal.
Okay. Ultimately, after the test drive, she decided the vehicle was not for her. As a result, she decided against buying the car.
Okay.
After that, the salesman became upset.
Okay.
He went on a cruel tirade, calling the woman all kind of names. Then he said something along the lines of, "I'll show you." As she held up her license, he said, "Look, I'll show you," and held up her license, right?
Okay.
He said something downright nasty to it. He peed on her license and gave it to her. I'll show you, bitch.
Rip my dick out.
What I'm gonna do while you doing that?
Did he hold it in his hand when he peed on it?
He had to hold it.
So you peed on your hand too?
So, question. What industry do you consider to be a form of organized crime, but it's legal?
Huh?
What industry do you consider to be a form of organized crime, but it's legal?
It's government.
There you go. All day. All day. The IRS, the United States, illegal. Okay.
I think insurance companies are. The math don't math for me. Here's why I say this, right? You are legally allowed to charge me a certain amount of money to cover myself every month, right? For years on end, I never have an accident. As soon as I do,
never recoup none of that money that you spent.
I think you should get something back if you go through your whole year with no tickets. I think you should get a percentage off of your next shit. When you, I'm talking about a big, I know what you're getting ready to say.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, because Allstate does that.
It's not enough, Dad.
Not enough.
It's not enough.
Oh, so real quick, Corey, even if she slapped historical tags on that vehicle, you know what I mean? When you have historical tags on a vehicle, you can only drive it but so many miles per year.
And you cannot take it to work.
Yeah.
It ain't a cruising around the way.
Cruising around the
It
track.
is going to the little
car show, and that's it. It's not, you're not running around. This is not your everyday vehicle that you're going to drive this car. Because I know in the state of Virginia, they put a cap on a certain amount of miles that you're allowed to drive that vehicle per year.
Virginia, we did this a month ago when we covered this.
Yeah.
Virginia is the only state that don't give it. I mean, that gives a fuck. Everybody else,
they don't give a fuck, but Virginia does give a fuck about that.
They had the camera going around to jobs like, look, I know.
This nigga just did. Car broke down, driving shit every day. All right. So, yeah, but I'm like the pharmaceutical agency?
Yes.
Pharmaceuticals, another one.
Yes, Cornell. Yes.
They robbing you blind.
Medical,
you know what I mean? Politicians.
Law enforcement. Why law enforcement, Ty?
Yeah, Ty, help me understand that one, baby. Come on.
Call us, 301-761-1040.
She can't call. Ty will tell you all right now. I'd love to have her call one day. Just call her here one day. You know what I mean? And say, fuck my boss. I'm calling Real Talk Uncensored. Because I'm tired, motherfucking Brabby, and I be tired.
Ain't Ty at home?
I don't know what the fuck Ty is.
I think Ty be at home working for, but anyway, later for that.
Later for that, Ty.
If your underage child takes your gun to school and shoots someone, should you be charged? You didn't hear
me. Because why would your child have access to your fucking gun? Why would your child have access? Why would your underage child have access to your fucking firearm? Make that make sense for me.
With all of the somebody last week or something, the 6-year-old took the gun to school and killed one of his classmates. He said he thought the gun was fake. And yes,
first off, as a parent, why aren't you having your firearm secure and locked up so your child can't get to this firearm? Make that make sense for me. You know what I mean? I mean, that should be number one, a primary number one, because kids, they don't know no better. Oh, it looks like a real toy. You know what I mean? What if this kid accidentally shot himself because he thought it was a toy?
So, Tone.
Oh, here comes your fucking devil's advocate. Come on.
Okay. I took a few gun classes or whatever. I know my way around a firearm or whatever.
Yeah.
In your home, this kid knows something. You know where to get it. You know how to unlock it. You know how to load it, because I know nothing. I know nothing.
You're probably doing this in front of the child.
It's in your chamber. You're doing it in front of your kid.
You're doing it in front of the kid.
So that's what I'm going to ask you. I want to flip it and find out where the fuck is the responsibility at? And we want to say 6-year-olds ain't whatever. Nah, John Morant was in the club with probably was loaded. Probably one was in the chamber and some more shit.
You know what I mean? I always walk around.
The kids know how to take safeties off.
The
kids know how to take safeties off.
Obviously, if he watched you, you know what I mean? Something had to give. But yeah, the parents should be charged. Okay, let me bounce back to this.
That's a charge, Corey.
You can sue for anything. And I say it all the time. I said it earlier in the show. People sue anybody for anything.
For everything.
Well, there's a man in Spain, and he has been ordered by a court to pay his ex-wife $215,000 for 25 years of unpaid domestic labor. Wait a minute. Let me yes! She was supporting her husband in his work and in the family as a mother and a father, and was never allowed access to his financial affairs. Everything was in his name. The record divorce settlement was calculated based on the annual minimum wage throughout the couple's marriage. She said she hoped her case would inspire other women to know that we can claim for housework when there is a separation of goods agreement.
I'm mad, sis. I'm mad.
So pause.
You can sue for anything.
You can sue for anything.
You've been saying that. Been saying it.
Anything. So I don't give a fuck what it is you can sue for. Right?
You find that fair?
That is some wild shit. Niggas, if your girl is at home and she's at home taking care of the household and you're taking care of everything and you're doing all this shit, and for all you niggas out there be like, I'm a real man. I pay all the bills. She doesn't have to pay nothing because you are a simp if you let her pay for something. No. And when she decides to leave you and sue your ass like this woman did, you're going to have to back pay her for taking care of the house. Anybody for anything?
Yes.
Let me see. Is it
more?
I think there's more. Texas high school teacher who was sued after he forced a student to write out the Pledge of Allegiance after she refused to say it has settled with the student for 90 bans. According to the civil rights organization, Oliver, who is black and had exercised her constitutional right to decline to participate in the Pledge of Allegiance out of her objection to the words under God and her belief that the United States does not adequately guarantee liberty and justice for all, especially for people of color. So you decided to say, oh, you don't want to say it? You're going to write this shit out. And she just sued you and she won $90,000.
I'm not mad. You can sue for anything.
You can sue for anything. So I need you people out there at home and you sitting around and you just looking at some shit and be like, you can sue. Unfortunately, I can't sue the people that give you heat. Unfortunately, I can't sue.
Darn. Well, you can't
I'm not allowed to mention shit, but I can hit around it. I can't sue, but you can sue for anything. So I'm gonna be on the lookout. If I'm gonna be on the lookout for any fucking thing and I'm suing for, because people clearly are getting paid.
Yeah.
I'm about to sue.
So let me go back because Ty said she taught her son how to use her gun. So if you taught your son how to use your gun, Ty, I asked her how old he was. I don't think I.
She said he's 11.
He's 11. And he goes to school. And
no, we're talking about Ty's son. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Like,
okay.
Just,
all right. Yeah.
I don't know what the case would be. Why he would do this.
Okay, it's Ty's son we talking about.
Do you feel like it would be your fault if your son took your gun and went to the school and shot a kid? I was asking because I know. Okay. Because I know why you would teach your kid that. I know that. But did that people do erroneous things and they do things that they don't make no sense all the time? Like you don't know their reasons. So one day your kid just come up.
Okay, so in that regard, I believe it's also the parent and the teaching and how the parent teaches. We talking about Ty's son here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And knowing Ty and the way Ty is, her son ain't gonna do no stupid shit like that. He ain't gonna do no. There's a certain level. Like, okay, she's teaching him how to shoot a gun and how to prepare to protect himself. When the time comes, he knows this stuff. But her son, she's the type of mother, he ain't gonna carry no gun to school and just be like, oh yeah, this, that, and third.
I'm not mad either. I'm not mad about that either because my father taught me how to use a gun very early, and I'm from Michigan, and all the white kids learned how to shoot. Yeah. All of them did. So I'm still.
Yeah, but you're not gonna carry. You know what I mean? Like in this regard, it depends on the person and the individual. If you're very careless and you're teaching the kid.
So mad at somebody,
exactly.
And I know guns kill. Yeah. And look, and the way that they saturating the news, and the way all that stuff is being popularized. John Moran, like in this area, talking about it for a reason.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna sue somebody. Okay, so Will Funk said a woman sued and won her case against her husband's employer because he got hurt on the job and couldn't fuck her no more. You can sue anybody for anything. Y'all think I'm playing. You know what I mean? Ty said you can also sue if you hit a pothole and mess up your car.
Sweetie said, Tone, you too loud, and Kiki, you laugh too much. She's suing.
I don't give a fuck. You a sue? Yeah, really? Shout out to Tweety. Happy birthday, Tweety. Her birthday was last week. Happy birthday for Tweety. I mean, Tweety, don't make me put my buzzers on you and sue your ass for something. I'm going to sue you for driving that school bus too damn slow.
And I'm going to sue you because I checked out your whole collage of pictures and Kiki's face wasn't in there.
Hell no. So guess what? We suing for you for that.
He's suing. Here's a scenario, Tone.
And Ty said
okay.
Ty said, yes, it would be her fault. That's why I love Ty.
I love Ty.
I love Ty.
See, Ty, you Ty.
Ty, that's why you love Ty, because Ty gonna give it to you real.
Okay.
Okay.
You've been waiting patiently for a parking space.
Okay.
Someone bogards and deboes the space from you and then talk shit to you. Tell the truth. What you gonna do?
No,
what you gonna do?
The reason why I'm not telling the truth because law enforcement uses this shit against you. The court of law.
Like the dude who
didn't you say on your show or some time that if a nigga debo you and talk shit to you, you gonna slap him in the teeth? Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, what could possibly go through your mind?
So
I'll tell you that.
Here's the funny thing because what was it? Saturday was it Saturday or Saturday or Sunday? I went out to the store, right? And I was on my way to Giant, right? And on Tasha, we got handicap tags on the vehicle. So I'm getting ready to pull into a handicap spot. And this little old lady with the fucking little joint just pulled right in the handicap spot. No handicap placard, no handicap tags, just because she was old and from the mountains. You know what I mean? She had to stand maybe 3'9", 4 foot tall, little white. You know what I mean? And it gave me the evil look when I looked at her. Like, what? You know what I mean? So, of course, Tasha, don't say nothing. So when I got out of the car, fuck that old bitch. You know what I mean? She ain't even got no shit on her fucking, where your handicap? Like, so for me, if you ask me that question, yeah, I'm going to say something. If you say something to me, yeah, we going to have a problem. You know what I mean? Because finding parking spots is hard, nigga. I don't want to walk that far. So I got handicap tags.
I want to scratch your car. I'm not going to lie. I
Really?
want to, yes. I want to wait on you. I want to... While you walk in the store. Like, I want to do all that. I want to put nail under your tie. Like, I want to do all of that.
Do you want to know
shit.
the most ignorant shit I've done?
Can you tell me on...
Most ignorant shit I did was peed on somebody's door handle.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Ignorant motherfucker.
I peed on somebody's door handle. You know what I mean? And then went back to my car and watched them open their car. And it was like, yep, sure did. Peed on the door handle. That was ignorant, petty shit. Yes.
Say for instance, Tone, another scenario,
What's
right?
up?
Funerals.
Okay.
Right?
What about it?
My condolences to Explicit MC and DC. They lost their president, Bam.
Sorry about that. Sorry for your loss.
Say for
The
instance,
same condolences to fucking Loyalty Rise Fayetteville for losing their member. They lost a member.
who did y'all lose?
Yeah.
Y'all X-Riders lost somebody.
X-Riders lost Saber. Sabertooth.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He passed away yesterday. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I'm
yeah.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Okay.
Say for instance, you going to funeral.
Uh-huh.
Going with me, supporting me. The person that is in the casket, you ain't like. Do you still go? You don't fuck with these people. You never liked them.
Why am I going to the funeral?
Because people told me, because I asked about this, you know what I'm saying? Because I was thinking about it. Somebody, one of my coworkers, ex-coworkers, they got into it. All the sisters and they was fighting about the family car.
Okay.
Right? And I guess they wanted to bring their husbands in the family car, but it was 12 sisters. You do the math. It was 12 sisters. One of the husbands got an attitude and wanted to get in the car and start talking shit to everybody. But one of my coworker was like, he didn't even like my mother. He didn't even like her. He talked shit about her. So to me, they was wondering, why is he even there? Now at this point, are you supporting your wife because you're going, or you coming here to cause motherfucking ruckus? To me, you should stay home.
I would have stayed home. But then on the same token, your wife is like, you don't support me. Blah, 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 blah. No,
but you show up and shit on my sisters. And then for real, say for instance, you are supporting me. You just supporting me. Support is a very unselfish thing. You don't say shit. You ride in your car behind the family car. You gotta be in the family car. I need an answer. Make it make sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I'm not going to the funeral, first of all. Fuck them.
I'm not going.
No, that nigga dead? Oh, well, fuck it. I'm not going.
I'm not going. Sorry for your loss.
Fuck you in death, too.
Oh, shit.
What? If it was fuck you in life, why wouldn't it be fuck you in death? Why wouldn't it be? Just help me understand, because if I had that type of energy against you while you're alive and you're here, you know what I mean? Does it expire because you expired? No, it's fuck you still. Prime example. Remember the guy, the ex-husband, that his ex-wife died and went to her fucking every day and pissed and shitted on her grave.
Every day.
That was fuck you in death.
That definitely was fuck you.
See what I mean? So there was no expiration on fuck you. If you say fuck you in life, it carries over into death.
Why would you go to a funeral of a person you don't like, though? Are you trying to save face? Are you just trying to show? Why would you do that? Don't me. Please don't come.
Yeah, facts.
If you never like me,
stay up. Don't come to a funeral. There's no point. There's no
coming to a funeral is showing respect.
Yeah, it is.
If you don't like me, you can't respect me.
Well, the disrespect has the word respect in it too. So, I don't know. I just say don't come. My thing is don't come. If I'm not, such and such died, I didn't fuck with him.
Will Funk said it too. Go support your wife, but drive your own whip. So why are you doing all this?
Because petty.
He did all this.
Because he petty.
He trying to make it about him.
Facts. You know what I mean? Yeah, like nigga, you try to upstage the funeral. Like nigga, that's still saying fuck you in death.
Do you have to ride in the family car? Do you have to?
I don't like riding in the fucking family. I don't even want to ride in that shit. You know what I mean? Nah, nigga, that's not even a real limo. I don't want to ride in that shit.
You know why I don't want to ride? I just feel like I'm gonna leave when I want to leave. Like,
yes! I thought I was petty like that. If I go to this shit, like, I want to drive my shit because when I'm done, I'm going to breeze off. I'm going to go get something to eat. No, I don't want to come back to your repast with your dry-ass fucking food. I want to go get my own shit. I want to go do my own thing.
Oh, you know Tavio said husband and wife should be one.
Fuck you in death.
Tavio, if they don't like the person that you're there, be one in your own car. You can.
Yeah. All right, babe, you go ahead and get in the car with your folks, and then I'm going to go ahead and follow you over here. When you're ready, holler at me. I come pick you up. Simple as that.
Because when the family car ready to go, they're ready to go.
So if it's fuck you in death, I'm curious to know what he wore to the funeral. Because I'm a petty nigga. If you made me go, I'm going to do some petty shit. You know what I mean?
Thank you, God.
So like the wife looks at you and is like, yo, I need you to go and support me and all this other shit. All right, babe. I'm gonna look through the closet for the most disrespectful shit I can wear. What is a color that you're not supposed to wear to a funeral?
Red. You shouldn't wear red.
I'm wearing a red motherfucking suit with the hat and the fucking shiny shoes. Nigga.
Tone.
Yes. I'm coming in there like the Pimp Daddy Fresh. You know what I mean? This bitch is dead. You know what I mean? Now, so, you stand because you know you gotta go view the body and everything like
you
that.
You
You gotta view the body. So now you gotta view the body. Are you like, that's what you get, you fucking bitch? And saying the last little disrespectful you can say to her before they close the coffin?
No.
You fucking bitch. That's why you dead, bitch. Like, nigga.
No.
Yes.
None of that. None of that, Tone.
Look, remember.
The fluorescent yellow suit.
And the word disrespect is respect. The word respect is in it.
I give you that.
So.
No.
Yes. I'm wearing the red suit, the red fedora. You know what I mean? Everything is red. I'm walking down that joint making that. Fuck that. You want me to come? Watch this shit. You know what I mean? Bitch. Dead motherfucker. Who's standing over your coffin. That's what you get. You know what I mean? You still ugly. You sleep with it, bitch. You dead decomposing bitch.
Tweety said short sneakers and have a boom box. No!
And a boom box.
Adidas sweatsuit with Jordans on. Y'all are crazy.
Yes. So now, damn. What is some disrespectful shit to wear to a funeral? Outside of red.
Pajamas.
Blanco, what would you say would be disrespectful to wear to a funeral?
Go to a funeral. People disrespect shit all day. Jeans.
I would say a summer dress, even if the person died in the winter.
Oh, damn!
And also, I think white. White's not cool.
It's not cool.
That's not cool either. You know what I mean? You should wear darker
I know it hurt him to say that. It hurt you to say that, didn't it?
But yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, like, yo, what would you wear? Disrespectful to, you know what I mean? Like, yo, hold on. What if they came in a P-Valley outfit to a funeral?
I mean, who was
and started twerking at the coffin?
Well, unless it's themed that way, there's no problem.
Speaking of themed, I can't send this to you, but I need you to look at that. Tell me what's wrong with that picture. I follow these people on and I've always wanted, because I've wanted to share some shit
Another
with you.
one.
You know what I mean? If it's themed,
send me them and I'll follow them, like, so we can be able to do that.
I'm sending it to you now.
Are you serious?
Okay.
No.
Here's what it is. Now, like he said, if it's themed, now, you know what I mean? I came across this video on and it's somebody dead and they having a party. And they got this nigga standing up at his chair like this. He's standing up, he's chilling. Niggas is partying around and music. Now that's themed. But a traditional funeral.
Tone.
Huh?
Themed and funeral do not go together. Sorry, it don't
Hold
go
on.
together. That shit ain't, no.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, the fuck it does. They are themed because look at these fucking different people that when they died, they wanted the party to go on. But sitting at the table with a pack of Newports and a drink in front of her. Sitting at the table like she's playing cards. We'll talk about the motherfucker that was in remember Love? Remember Club Love? And the nigga took his body there? And yeah. They have themed funerals. So
and it doesn't go together. That's why the stuff makes the news.
So
you know what the theme of the funeral is? Death.
Okay, so but Ty said, white can be a celebration of life. My mom wants white. Okay, wearing white, it could work.
Her mother.
Okay.
Her mother. You mean to tell me if your mother passed, she wants to be in white, or she wants everybody in the house to wear white?
Well,
I mean, that's different.
I'm reminded. Then after saying that, then I remind myself.
Cornell, you're right, bro.
Black Panther, Wakanda, and pretty much everybody wore white. So you know, so it's yeah. Mind you, that's not bad, but normally, I think here, I think white seems like you put in the light, just like a wedding. You know, only the bride wears white. And here in America, we figure it's like, if you're wearing white at a funeral, you just want to be seen.
Okay, so like Cornell Stevens says, he was like, yo, you must not have been to funerals lately because people wear anything these days to funerals.
Very true.
Wearing anything.
To church, to funerals. Like you don't know where they're coming from or going to when they leave here. Nobody is dressed. The people who wear tuxes, suits, and they dress for the occasion, they actually stand out. Because it's not enough. Like I not to say I love people at funerals, but I buried my goddaughter last week, and all the little kids was dressed in their dresses, and like it looked like a funeral. It wasn't like a whole bunch of kids. Bro.
So
you're right, Cornell. It's crazy.
So lo and behold, my wife said at my funeral, do not come in there with sneakers. And I was like, how can you do that? Because there's going to be a lot of bikers there, and they're going to be bikers. They're going to come with their cuts on everything. She was like, what the fuck you going to do? Can't help that.
No, you can say, because I have been to funerals where people say, look, your vests are not allowed in here. And the person was a biker, but you know what